Once, when I was little, my mom read me a story about a frog that drank and drank and drank and grew bigger and bigger and bigger. Afterward, Mom asked me if I'd like to watch some little frog growing. I know where there's a pond with lots of frogs. Egg in it, she said. We could bring some home. I was frightened. I don't want any frogs jumping about getting bigger and bigger and bigger, I said. But Mom gave me a hug. It's only a story, he said. Even when our frogs are grown up, they will still be smaller than my hand. Oh, I said, okay. Next day, we went to look at the pond. The water was dark brown, and there was gray jelly stuff floating on the top. Yuck, I said. There's the frog spawn, said Mom, and she pointed to the gray jelly stuff. I bet that was late last Friday night. The frogs were croaking so loudly I couldn't get to sleep. You see the black dot in the middle of each jelly shell? Said Mom. That's going to grow into a tadpole. Where are the frogs? I asked. Tadpoles grow into frog, she said. Little one, no giant frog here. Mom put some pondweed and some stones into a bag. She filled a bucket with pond water. Then I scooped a little of the frog spawn into it. When we got home, we put everything into a big fish tank in the kitchen. The cat kept peering at it, so we had to put a wire net over the top. I counted 27 little black dots. Each dot was inside its one jelly shell. Every day when I woke up, I went straight downstairs to look at the frog spawn. The little dot grew into bigger dots, and then into tiny comments. And one morning I saw the first tadpoles wriggling out of its jelly shell. At first, the tadpoles didn't do much. They just stayed close to their jelly shell and nibbled at the pondweed. But after 2 or 3 days, they looked quite different. There were feathery things on their head, and I could see their eyes. They swam very fast. 10 of eggs didn't hatch out. The black dot went dull and crowdly, and Mom took them away. Then we cleaned out the tank and put in fresh weed and pond water. One of the tadpoles swam into my hand when I was putting a stone back. It was slippery and slithery, and it made me jump. After a bit, I got used to having tadpoles, and I didn't look at them so often. When Mom told me their little fittery beat had gone, I didn't believe her. But it was true. It was me that saw the next change through. Look! I shouted and Mom rushed to see. Some of the tadpoles had grown to little bumps. Mom says the bumps would grow into big back legs. They grew very quickly. One day, there were 2 little bumps. The next day, the bumps were stumps. The day after that, they were almost purple legs. And when the feet unfolded, they were webbed, like tiny browny green fans. They aren't tadpoles anymore, I said. They are not quiet frogs. The not quiet frogs grew front leg next, and then their tail got shorter, and their mouths got wider. Now they are frogs, Mom said. Baby ones. Soon the baby frogs were popping up and gulping on the surface of the water. One of them tried to climb onto the stones, but it slid off. Mom said they were getting ready to leave the water. Grown-up frogs breathe air, she said. That's what the stones are for, so our frogs can climb out of the water and breathe. Not long after that, Mom said it was time to take our baby frog back to live in the pond with all the other baby frogs. I was sorry to leave them, but Mom said we could come back and visit every day. One rainy morning, a week later, Mom woke me up very early. Hurry, she said, and we ran downstairs and out to the pond. There were hundreds of tiny frogs hopping over the glass. They are looking for dark, wet places to live in, Mom said, but they won't get far. And in a couple of years they will be back to lay frog spawns of their own. Will they be bigger then? I asked. Just a little, said Mom. Good, I said. I like having frogs jumping about getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Thank you for the watching. Bye bye.